For those of us that have been selling luxury real estate for a very long time, it's commonly known that the higher you are up in a building, the more valuable it is. In fact, each floor comes with a different price tag that can be 2, 3, 4, and even 10 times more valuable. And the reason for that isn't just because of view. It's because when you look out at this view, there's so much more to see. You see the different moods of the morning and the twilight. You see the San Diego Bay, Point Loma, all the way out to Mexico. And there's a sense of freedom that you get up here that you just can't get on lower floors. And though it's commonplace for realtors to talk about it, this is something you need to use your senses to enjoy. We oftentimes don't question why everyone can agree on views. In real estate, it's universally the preference of everyone. For example, you might like salty foods. You might like spicy foods. You might like sweet foods. But every one of those people can all agree that a home with a view is universally more valuable. Seth, it's obvious that people love views, right? You don't have to be a genius to know that, but you do have to be a genius to understand the why behind why people love views. In fact, it's a point of contention. The discussion has been fierce. Some people say it's in our DNA. Some people say it traces back to the time when we were cavemen. Some people say that it has a connection to the churches in some sense that it's more holy being higher. Some people say it's just a matter of luxury, and people with money want to be high above everything. Views are important. In fact, if you trace it back to ancient civilizations, many of them built their kingdoms at the top of mountains, not just to protect the people that lived inside of the gates, but to make a statement to the world that that kingdom ruled the entire land. And also religious leaders believed that gods lived in the mountains. That's because it was closer to heaven. And today in residential real estate, it's no different. Views denote the home as more valuable, and oftentimes the people that own homes with views more important. And with views being so important to our human makeup, it begs a simple question. Are views really a matter of desire and want, or are views a basic human necessity? Either way, today we're going to explore a property that has unbelievable views, and we're going to explain that basic question while we see an incredible house. That's cool. I got nothing else going on today. Okay. The feeling that you get here, you really can enjoy with all of your senses, because when you're this high above it all, there's a sense of stacking of history, a stacking of civilization, a stacking of art, of culture, of ideas, of creativity. And let me explain it. Right across the street from us, we have Irving Gill, who's one of the most important architects that ever walked the planet for the world of modernism. He actually made San Diego home, and in addition to creating the Marston House, he was able to develop these incredible Victorians and craftsmen in what turned into the early modernist movement. Behind him, you have Doug Manchester's the Manchester Grand Hyatt, which stood as one of the most important properties to be built as a high-rise in downtown San Diego. At that time, it was one of the only buildings that defined our skyline. And now when you look out, you see Canadian builder Nat Bosa, who built the most daring pieces of steel and glass. Of course, the most important and recent one, Pacific Gate, which is a super prime building. And so when you see a view, you see our city, but you also see a living history of our city. It's so cool because there are very few times that you can look at buildings and think of them like history books. So you see what is, but you also see what was, because that's what defines a city. That's what makes a view of a city like San Diego so incredibly important, is you get to look out at our city and open it up like a great novel. And then you have homes like this that are built into this living history. And they get to enjoy a view that took hundreds of years to create. And so when you look at the materials, the hardwood floors, the waterfall edge countertops, the frameless cabinetry, you get to appreciate the space, but really what you're buying is right behind me. But quick, let me rattle off the stats of this penthouse condo. You've got a bedroom here, another bedroom back here. It makes it a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom with a master that has a view that's so incredible. Quite frankly, you don't need a salesman to sell it. This is what everyone wants when they move to downtown San Diego. And the master bathroom is fit for a king and a queen, and quite frankly, everybody in the kingdom, because this master bathroom shower is huge. It's got a soaking tub, which is perfect for relaxing. His and hers, or his and his, dual vanity water closet, and something incredible right out this door. Running the entire length from the east side of this penthouse all the way to the front, facing the San Diego Bay, Point Loma, Coronado in downtown San Diego, is the balcony of the penthouse here at 2141. This property is really subservient to the view because someone that wants to live in this penthouse, they want to go downtown and they want to go to dinner with friends. They want to hang out at art galleries, at nightclubs, at bars. They want to experience the San Diego Bay and everything that there is to enjoy in San Diego. But it's still connected to that ancient feeling that a view makes a property more valuable because it makes us feel better. And in many ways, San Diego becomes your kingdom in this condo. And that way, this balcony becomes your throne.